is so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdered.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Seattle Seahawks and the Indianapolis Colts. 2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. It's a very short kick, taken right at the 20. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Now a give, right side. Hines, nice move at the 40. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. That one going to be complete to David Moore. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Check 3, check 3, check 3. 36 power. Tempo.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go. Spinning away. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Colts are going to take over, albeit deep in their own territory. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
First down, Brissett. Ebron caught left side. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. If I had missed him, it would have been a long night.
Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a first down. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43.
54's Mike. 54's Mike.
Here's Brissett. Looking for Campbell downfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So he's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll be a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
I'll go special. I'll go special. Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. The catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. It's a gain of 15. First down, Seahawks.
First down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Now it's Carson, and the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. On 3rd and 1, Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Go, go, go. Jump, jump.
On 2nd down, it's Hines. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Brissett sets to throw it. Got an open man. That's Campbell. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a 1st down.
That's good for a Colts. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Watch the run, watch the run.
On 1st down, Hines. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Seahawks, nothing.
Let's go. Pittsburgh. Rabbit.
On 2nd and 15 now, Brissett. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Down. 60 out long. 50 seconds to mine. Focus, defense, focus.
On 3rd down, Brissett finds his big tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 44-yard line.
1st down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Brissett now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's first and 10. Here's Hines on the toss play. And some space here. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. Check 13.
A first down throw for Brissett. Going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Brissett. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when, and he told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
To throw, Brissett. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Check 88, check 88. Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver. Watch twins, watch twins. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. 12. Blue 15. Hey, easy. Touch.
Now Wilson. Gonna throw again. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jabal Sheard wreaking the defensive havoc.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. From the gun, it's Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. They'll get 34 yards there. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Wilson on target there to Moore. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up second and 5.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. This is Carson. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
That's complete into the hands of Carson. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Here's Carson. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
From the 35 on second down, Wilson. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 3rd down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. 3rd and 2, now Wilson. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
On comes the Seahawk kicker here on 4th down. It's Jason Myers. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. And Myers able to knock it through. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
Let's go, son.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Brissett on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Brissett to throw on first. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
2
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. They'll throw again. Brissett. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
At their own 14-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
1st down.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Now Wilson. Open man is Jacob Hollister. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 1st down Seattle on a pickup of 13. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Alert. Check 9. Kill. Hey, turn it up. Hey. Under team.
They run it with Carson. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
So far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping.
But it closed there quickly at the end.
Run pass. 53's the mark.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Wilson looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Carson. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure, and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice gain.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Watch it. Watch it slam. Slam. Bang out. Bam.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. Well, they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down.
That's a nice catch, but unable to stay in bounds. And remember, it wasn't a wide receiver who works on that all the time.
I was going to say, he likes to get the ball handed to him. Now, don't get me wrong, he's part of the passing game as well, but maybe a little out of his comfort zone there.
Yeah, he might want to have a few words to say to us about that later, but I am still going with you on that one. Wide receivers work on a little bit more.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Check right. Got it.
To throw again is Wilson. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that's going to make it 4th down. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Hey, alert 3.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Hines. Tackle coming from the safety, Trey Flowers. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now it's Hines. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. The run defense, they have been porous at times today, but not that last go-around.
No, they really tightened it up, didn't they? They finally got themselves a win because all game long we've seen them get gashed. This time they played their responsibilities, played their keys, and made a nice stop.
Check nickel.
Brissett from the gun on 3rd. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 45. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
At the 42-yard line.
Mike 3.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today.
Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, man on man, and you got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Wilson. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. That's leaking to the right, and he missed it by a foot or two. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the 2nd miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney able to put an end to that play, and in so doing, puts an end to this 3rd quarter. Back now in Indianapolis. It's the Colts. They've got control of the football. They also have the lead as we start the 4th. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Brissett. And Martin's got it complete. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Now Brissett. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. That one goes for 8 yards. But probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Let go.
1st down, Brissett. This complete to Martin. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that. And that's what he did.
On 3rd and 1, here's Brissett. And he hits his tight end, Ebron. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 21.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on third down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, Brissett. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ziggy Ansah able to record his 5th sack of the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Brissett. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Ezekiel Ansah in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And that will wind up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end. And this score will stay right where it is. Now, this was still going to be a one-score game either way, but still, that's a potentially harmful miss here in the 4th.
It certainly is, because if you consider that now if they give up a touchdown, they give up the lead. So he might be getting the side eye by the defenders coming out on the field now as he goes back to the bench after that miss.
Watch the run, watch the run.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. That he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we? No. Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball by understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
2nd and 7 on the Seahawks 38-yard line.
Mike 5-4. Watch the pass. Here we go.
From the 38, Brissett. Campbell making the catch. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead.
Check safety.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Second and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. Brissett looks to throw. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. It's good, and now it's an 11-point lead, 17-6. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time, 1 play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. In on the sack, the former Buckeye, Tyquan Lewis. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
To try again after the sack. Wilson, he'll find Metcalf. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down. On 3rd down, Carson, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts 1st down. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one